Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm one of your school captains for this academic year. We want to welcome you to this virtual tour video of the school. This is aimed for year 5s and 6s because you guys should be having open days and moving up days, which would allow you to experience our grounds and our subjects and everything. But obviously because of COVID, we're not going to be able to do that. Instead, we've made this video. It shows our subjects, our school grounds, and talks a bit about what it's like to move up from year 6 to year 7 and join Manwoods. So hopefully you can enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm one of your school captains for this year, and I'm going to talk about the school day. It runs from 8:40 to 3:20, and if you're like me and you get the train into school, you'll be here by about 8:10, which is absolutely fine because you can just chill out in your form rooms, and then your form tutor will come and take your register at 8:40. Then either you'll spend some time in your form room that morning, or some days you'll have an assembly and you'll go to the hall as we're going to explore. And then after that you'll go off to period 1, that runs from 9 to 10, followed by period 2, 10 to 11. Break is then 25 minutes long, and this is a chance to go and hang out on the field or go to the canteen or eat any snacks you've brought into school yourself. Then you've got period 3 and 4, they're an hour long each as well, and at 1:25 you'll then have lunch for 45 minutes until 2:10, and there are lots of extracurricular clubs that happen during lunchtime that are available to you. At 2:10 you'll go to your afternoon registration in your form rooms, and that runs for 10 minutes before period 5, which is another hour, and that finishes at 3:20, ready for the trains and buses at about 3:30.
Hello, I'm Emily and I'm going to be one of your school captains next year. When you join Manwoods, you are put into one of our 5 houses: Atlas, Stour, Ypres, Carmarthen and Founders. Everyone in your form will also belong to the same house. You also receive a polo, which is the colour of your house which you wear for your PE lessons. Throughout the academic year, there are also competitions which allows you to win points for your house, and at the end of the year, a cup is awarded to the house with the most points.
Hi, I'm your 4th school captain, I'm Lois. Thank you so much for watching our online virtual tour, and we hope that you love Manwoods as much as we do. When you join us in September, don't worry because there'll be plenty of help and everybody's in the same boat. Really wish to see you soon, and thank you so much for watching.
This is our Wellbeing Garden. It's one of the prettiest places in school. The Wellbeing Garden is part of our peer mentoring scheme, which is being introduced this September. Peer mentoring is all about peer-on-peer support and creating a really friendly environment for all of our students. This is our school library. We've got loads of books back here. It's a mixture of fiction and non-fiction, so you can either take books out just for your own reading, or you can take books out to help you with work, which is really useful. We also have a row of computers, which is great for printing off work before lessons or catching up on anything. And we have another floor upstairs, which is a workspace. One side is just for year 13 to do silent study, and the other side is for all year groups, so you'll have library lessons, which are really fun. We also have a year 7 reading challenge, which is about reading a bunch of books and then writing reviews for them. So that's a really nice way to get involved and find all of the different genres that we have in the library. The library's been one of my favourite places throughout school because it's got some really great books and it's a really nice, quiet space to be in.
Here at Manwoods, we have 3 fully equipped computer rooms in which you have 1 lesson every 2 weeks. In these lessons, you learn how to properly use Word, PowerPoint, Excel and how to program. Computing also comes with extracurricular clubs like Robotics Club and Graphic Design Club. In science in year 7, you have 1 teacher to teach you chemistry, physics and biology in one of our labs. Science involves projects, workbooks, write-ups and planning of experiments. Science was one of the most exciting lessons when we first started because it felt so grown up compared to primary school, especially using the up-to-date technology in our modern labs. Some of the highlights from Year 7 Science include a cell modelling competition which involved house points for the winners. This also included people making cakes in the shape of cells.
So this is a maths room and we have 6 in the school. In the lower years there's many challenges and games that you play, which I find really fun. And as well, if you do struggle with maths, there's lots of extra help available to you.
This is one of our Armory Classrooms, as you can see behind me. RE is really fun in lower school because you do a lot of poster work and artwork with what you've learned, and so it's really nice if you're creative or if you like learning in that style. You do a variety of religions across your school years. You do Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, and it's really fun and interesting to learn about different cultures in different places.
This room is used primarily to teach history and politics becomes an option at A-level to learn in year 12 and 13 if you stay with us for that time. The Year 7 history course is called What is History, and the idea is to answer that exact question. Throughout Key Stage 3, we go from the Romans right up until the modern day throughout the historical period. So in Year 7, it is the Romans and the medieval period. A personal highlight for me when I was in Year 7 was writing a diary entry as if I was Hannibal, taking his elephants over the Alps. And it was one of the first things I wrote that made me realise how much I loved history, because it was all about getting a balance of facts and your opinion in there, and that is what has kept me going, doing it now at A-level.
This is our school hall, which is where you'll have weekly assemblies along with house assemblies. You can see behind me all of the boards which have our old school captains, our chairs of governors and our headmasters on, and this is a really fun thing to have a look at and see all the different people who've been here before us. We also have a stage here, which is where we put on our yearly school productions, and those are really fun. I've been involved in a lot of the backstage of those, but you can either be on stage, backstage. There's lots of different ways to be involved, which is really fun. This is one of our English classrooms. English is one of the really fun subjects in Year 7. You do a variety of different texts, you read lots of different books and do lots of different exercises. One of the biggest things that's valued for Year 7s is reading. So if you know you're going to enjoy English and want to get ahead, doing lots of reading in your spare time is one of the best things. We have the reading challenge, which I spoke about in the library, which helps people to be really adventurous in their reading, and you do lots of creative writing tasks throughout the year as well.
This is one of the language classrooms where it's possible in Year 7 you'll have French. On the French course you learn all different sorts of things in Year 7s, the basic founding blocks of the language, and you'll do activities about what's in your school bag, as well as making a map of France and doing a French family tree. Also in Year 7 you'll have one Chinese lesson a fortnight to give you a taster of what it's like, because as you progress into Year 8 you will take up a second language, and that can be German, Spanish or Chinese. Hence the one Chinese lesson a fortnight is to help you learn a completely new skill that you can see if you want to continue during your later life at the school.
This is our sixth form study centre, and this will be where you will be studying for your A-levels in your free time. But if you're Year 7, this obviously doesn't apply and you won't be here that often. So now I'm going to take you through to the canteen. So you'll be here between 11 and 11:25 for break, and 1:25 and 2:10 for lunch. And this is where you can either sit inside and eat a hot meal or take a cold meal outside. There's more snacky things at break, but there's main meals and sandwiches for lunch.
The Year 7 class music lessons begin with the elements of music, which are the building blocks that help you understand how music is created and, more importantly, how to create it yourself. Year 7 music lessons are very practical, and work begins almost straight away for an exciting Year 7 concert. Outside of classroom lessons, there are lots of extracurricular clubs that you're able to do. For example, if you play any instrument other than the guitar or cello, then you're able to join Elastic Band, which is a fun, inclusive band comprising of about 30 members that everyone is welcome to. The most important thing for clubs is regular attendance and positive attitude, and there are several others that you're able to do. The junior choir is there for anyone who likes to sing, and the chamber choir is the auditioned equivalent that runs from Year 7 right through to Year 13. There is the orchestra, which you're able to audition for if you're grade 4 and above in your respected instrument. There is also the strings group, Manwood Strings, and on top of that a theory club as well for anyone going for their exams. Outside of these free, fun extracurricular clubs, you can also pay for musical instrument lessons in the bass, the guitar, the clarinet, the oboe, and in vocals and the trumpet, and the list never seems to stop.
So as you can see, we're in an art room and we have all of our students' artwork behind us. Year 7 to 9 was a really good time to experience art and have art lessons, because you learn so much and it's such a creative and relaxing lesson. I really enjoyed the competitions and the lessons, because it was just such a relaxed environment, and there's so many different things you can get involved in, like challenges and house captain competitions.
As you can see, this is our tech room. It's a really nice space because it's got a mixture of classroom where you do your theory work, but it's also got practical. You can see we've got our benches, and a couple of machines. Tech has definitely been my favourite subject throughout school, and I'm doing it for A-level because it's so creative and you do so many little projects along the way. This is what our current Year 7s have been making before we left school. It's the little handheld games. They did all the wiring, they did all the designing. So you get to be really creative with it, and as you get older you can do even sort of more big projects. We also have a full workshop outside, which also has another classroom, so you'll be either in this one or our full workshop, which has a lot more equipment and a lot more space to be making.
So this is a geography room, and as you can see there's lots of like fun artwork that you get to do, and you obviously learn about the world. So there's a physical component and a human component of geography. And in the lower years it was really fun because you'd watch loads of interesting documentaries that helped with your curriculum, and you get to do lots of artwork and lots of presentations, and it was just a really good subject.
Participating in teams at Manwood is a brilliant thing to do because it allows you to represent your school in matches and tournaments. My advice to the Year 7s is go for any team, because even though if you haven't done it before, it's an amazing way to make friends, and some of the friends I have at Manwood I met through sports teams in Year 7.